we go.
She just lost herself directly into the beach. You just saw during the first of the primary
Oh shit! Fuck, I swung right up underneath.
and then she shot it. What do you think about the politics of this? Speak for themselves. Because these are horrible people. They're just awful. Because really the cruelty is the point in MAGA, right? And this is a perfect example of that. Kristen Noem can make any excuse she wants. She can try and walk it back all she wants, or blame it on the fake news media all she wants, or blame it on her ghostwriter and the editors and the publisher. But no, she made the choice to put this in her book, a book that she has already audio voice, an audio version of it, so she was well aware of what was all in it. With Donald Trump in some weird, sadistic way, because he's a horrible, indecent person. So she's talking about being a horrible, indecent person who will do the hard thing, like stealing your puppy in a grateful thing. This is just a perfect example of that. It's going to be instead of history to November this year, because that's where it belongs. It's sick of it. The ideology, that's a metaphor. Clear, shooting the dog here is a metaphor. And all metaphorically, yes, it's important.
What the fuck?
My grandmother was a patron of the Hall of Fame dog show handler. She had a Pomeranian. She showed at Westminster, the prestigious Westminster dog show many times. She trained field and rescue German Shepherds when she was younger. When my grandfather was on the police force in my hometown trying to keep working, she was in the women's auxiliary. My grandmother was a tough cookie. She joined up at one. And my aunt is a championship nationally recognized obedience trainer and obedience trainer. She's competing in the junior and the office dog lovers. Sadly, we just had to put down 2 posts a few weeks ago. It had been 5 years. This to me is the key thing about this, and I want to play this clip of Damon and Don Jr. Because what's clear again, this is a PR document. This is not, he's not trying to win a book award for it's including
in the book, like, the ghostwriter must really like you to include that. I just think incense is a little too big for so perfect a base in terms of like it's the good thing in their world. It's the opposite of wealth, like base. Base is like hardcore, and like him saying it's too base is him admitting that he thought that she was being a puppy executioner. When you watch Steve Bannon down here and Doug Janine and Guilfoyle and like the you watch it. So she's admitted that couldn't go too far. The American people, they don't come together on anything, but being a puppy executioner, I think is something that everyone can agree is disqualifies you from holding the gun. I will say for writer, young writer, his writing details or his writing. I will say gravel thing is really what that's kind of pushing her right up down. Living up to the correspondence from New York Times, he has extensively covered protests. Here's a great profile for Mr. Greenberg, the former deputy chief of criminal division for the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern New York County Courthouse today. They both claim to be victims. Let me start with you because you were at the courthouse and you walked in and got on set and you're like, whoa, what did it mean? No, again, we're reading this in real time for people that are in the room. We don't have cameras, we don't have a transcript, but it felt that way just getting a little distracted. What was it like?
It was incredibly powerful testimony from Colfax because before she even got to kind of the meat of it, she had said so many nice things about Donald Trump just to start. You know, he's a master at branding, he knows communications, and like a lot of really kind of serious comments, you know, in showing that he still cares for the guy. So then when she starts making these statements that are damning to the defense's case, he's not like the sleazeball lawyer who's got these sleazy tabloid clients or the tabloid journalist. Like, he's somebody who cared about him, and yet he is just, you know, there was the nail in the coffin moment where in 2018 there's a conversation that is just her and Trump. Right?
The United States at this point.
Yes.
Working for him in the White House.
Yes. And Michael Cohen says that as long as the New York Times is like kind of the goodness of my heart, right, I made this candidate disclosure details. And Donald Trump says, well, you know, this would have been really damaging if it had come out during the campaign, and it's good that it's coming out now and not then. And that was the last question from the prosecutor. And it was just a mic drop moment, jaw-dropping moment when she had said that. So it was incredibly powerful.
Just all of them, but it's sure. Said that, right? Like all this sort of tension gets released in them.
Exactly. At that point, the cross-examination starts. There's like a question or two about like when did you start working at the Trump organization, and that's when she starts talking. I don't think watching it, it did not seem like that was the question that made her cry. I think it was the fact that she knew she dropped this bomb. The weight of that really, in the release, is to say, you could just see it being
essential going into the operation of cultural listening.
It was infertility and everybody basically to get that down without having a less than time, but they tell you this is much closer to Donald Trump than a lot of the gun children. Yeah, she was a lot closer than a lot of children. She was around that time, started her supplementation, and became very close to Ivanka, and sort of built her reputation there in the family. And it's sort of this comical, this like dark sitcom. Donald Trump said we're going to Iowa, and she sent other people there. She did not intend to work in the presidential campaign, and did not intend to work in the White House for something. training, but yet she ended up there in this incredibly toxic, ultimately violent environment. We saw a lot in photographic memories as well, the testimony. And I think it was probably the traumatic consequence of being too early in the situation.
Yeah, there was a report, I mean, Lawrence said this, but there was sort of avoiding eye contact. He said, yeah. It seems to me like there are two key parts of the case. One is, was this about the camera? Right, that's the first part of it. And the other was this being done by other people or did it come role? And the kind of like, that's what the role really is. On the second one, like, it's pretty clear from her testimony, according to her, that she was involved. This was not an all-book operation.
Exactly right. So she talks about the fact that when the inquiry first comes in, before the Wall Street Journal publishes that the National Enquirer is trying to squash this story about McDougal, when that inquiry first comes in, Donald Trump goes to Hope Hicks and says, what did David Pecker do? Right? And that's significant because he wants to make sure that David Pecker is sticking to the story. This was a legitimate business contract with Karen McDougal. We wanted her on the magazine cover. We wanted to make sure that, that he wanted to make sure that the contract, which just says that this was a legitimate business opportunity, that Pecker was telling that story because Hope Hicks is in the dark. And then after the Wall Street Journal. This is now 2 days before November 3rd, 2016. From Soda Home X as a not to say like she also testified that there was no way that make sure the campaign in San Central, which it really was, and which Hope Hicks testified that it was. But again, like his focus was also on getting David Pecker's phone number for the article here. He asked Hope Hicks, give me Pecker's phone number, and then afterwards says, it's all good. Have we talked? It's all fine. Right. He's good, which is what Pecker testified about. This collaboration with the heard from Pecker, again, showing Donald Trump is right in the center of this.
Hicks' article was fascinating. Another reminder of the cheer. And then it's a different moment. That article that does come out before the election ultimately ends up spaced out of it. And if that come out the day after, right? I mean, you were covering it. That kind of okay. Yeah, they got sort of lucky with the timing. It's a really you could have that now. The fact that out of it, it's one of those maybe 2,000 politicians and then some sort of sexual misconduct in society. And it was just something after another. They're running against Hillary Clinton. It's not like they think that they're going to do well with their voters overall, but it's just sort of I mean, my understanding was that she did not know so she raised it and said yes. Since life, right? This is someone who's been very important to her, even if she does maintain very complicated, conflicted feelings about it. My understanding was that all of that and make a really interesting which is sort of
actually in the room, inside the courtroom today. We're showing a picture of former President Trump in court yesterday. Wrote that he walked by looking strangely. I wonder if you were aware of that moment, but also
Well, I was very aware of that moment yesterday. The whole courtroom was. It was just everyone who'd been there before. This is my first day yesterday. Everyone said it was I'm sitting actually in the late afternoon even closer to Trump than the one that I was on that. And so when he was walking he decided he was going to stare at me and what I'm sure he was hoping was but he flowed so much into it. Just, smiling, hoping he could read my mind, which was to put that if the life has ended up in this room, in this way. I was completely relaxed about it, but it was very peculiar. And of course, I said last night, on last word, important against but Donald Trump shouldn't have done that. He shouldn't have given the whole room this hateful reaction to someone in the audience and letting everyone see how much just the presence of this person in that audience got to him. And of course, today, he took my instructions from last night. Studiously avoided there was a moment during a recess where he was looking at the entire audience, just letting his eyes wander around the room. It's something he likes to do. He likes to see who's there. Anderson across the aisle from me, and Donald Trump. His voice in the way it stopped right beside me. And with never that move, I never, there's a very opening of eye contact that I think I never did.
we have worked together for close to 25 years now, in one form or another. So there's this, but today, was there any moment when you observed yourself testimony, he seemed engaged to you, or he reacted to Lawrence?
Well, I think we are always trying to find something in a silent room, especially a defendant in a courtroom. We're always looking for things and trying to interpret what does it mean that the jury never looks at them? What does that mean? When they walk by him and they speed walk past him as if they're trying to get past a horrible thing, they never look at him. And some juries, in other cases, will look around the room, they will take in the defendant. And then there's the question of what's the defendant doing. And I think today we actually have what may be a meaningful moment of that kind of observation. And it was right at the end, as we broke for lunch, when witness Hope Hicks was leaving the witness stand. And she walked by Donald Trump within less than an arm's reach from each other. And neither one of them looked at the other. Donald Trump made sure that he was busy talking to Todd Blanche, and Hope Hicks very deliberately avoided any regard at Donald Trump. It wasn't like David Pepper's smile to the defense table when he walked by. That's allowed. There's nothing wrong with Hope Hicks saying hi to her former boss as she walks by the table, or nodding or smiling. That's all available within the normal behavior of that courtroom in that moment. But there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing between those two. Maybe that'll change. Maybe there'll be another moment where they exchange some kind of human contact. But not today. Didn't happen when they both won. That was the first opportunity for it, and Hope Hicks didn't take it, and Donald Trump didn't take it.
For the entire 6 years. The boss were extremely close. He trusted her with everything. She traveled with him everywhere. And it was funny because hearing her say that she had to, put in a statement in response to the media question is exactly correct. I needed to answer the press. I had to go through Hope, who didn't have to go through Trump to make sure that I could give them even a simple answer like, yes, we're going to Iowa tomorrow. So he really was very involved, and it's been interesting to hear some of these memories in her testimony.
You added this whole second one, and I'm sure you were aware that she called Donald Trump the boss, and that was something that was repeatedly said in testimony, particularly as it related to things that
She
Michael
did.
Cohen said about who was driving this train. Is that a phrase that everyone around the White House and around Donald Trump used? The boss.
Yes, absolutely. And as you can see, I still use it too because it was something I said, daily. It started on the campaign and then throughout, even the last couple of always the best.
Josh, what does the legal mindset for Donald Trump and those around him bring to this trial for Hope Hicks?
The really key people besides his family who were close to her for such a sustained period of time, right? I mean, there are people who sort of did the job in and out of Trump world. He start with him, they come back here and there, but for as long as she was there, it's like a couple of brief periods. She was there for most of the last 6 or 7 years. So definitely, with the former president, it's got its strange and surreal feeling seeing the board out with the thing that happened last on the same.
So Hope Hicks has gone back on the stand, and she mentioned, I really mentioned at the beginning of her testimony, that she's not been in touch with Donald Trump since, I think it was the summer or fall of 2022, that she said for 50 years. Trump has been staring straight ahead, not looking at her. People in the room say if he is looking at her, it's a monitor, not at her directly. Should we read anything into that? And what do you know about their relationship, if anything, now?
It's my understanding that during the January 6th committee, some text messages came out between Hope Hicks and another White House colleague that weren't so pleasant towards Donald Trump, and so I don't believe they have spoken since then. But I do believe she's still very close to Ivanka and Jared. She always had a really close relationship with them as well. I think, in terms of the way she walked into the courtroom and the way that he's behaving, like, take away how you feel about Donald Trump, take away, just imagine on a human basic level, you spend so much time with this person when you're on the campaign trail. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Going into the White House, it's the same thing. You're around him so much. You get to know him on a really personal level. Your actual job is to too. He knows her the best, but she's one of the few people, aside from, Dan Scavino, I would say, that know everything that happened. And so I'm sure he's just wondering what's going to come out of her mouth, because she's a very, very intelligent woman, and she's got a great memory.
Our person who is inside, who is watching this all, or at least is in the overflow room, which in some ways is better because I have to stand in the witness direction on the defense, so you can clearly see her picks and you can clearly see Donald Trump. But she's reporting that she had gotten more relaxed. In fact, several people who came in during the lunch break said she was nervous at first and she got more relaxed. She looks more tense once again, and I think it speaks to what you just said, that it gave you anxiety just, watching it or knowing about it. Why?
Why did it give me anxiety?
Yeah, why do you think it's making her clearly nervous?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because it brings up such memories. And again, I was with them for 6 years as well. I traveled with her all the time. I traveled with him all the time. And so there's little things that are coming up that just brings back memories, some good, some very, very bad. And, I'm sure to some extent she feels like she's betraying him. She's there via subpoena. She's not there voluntarily. And so this has just got to be a difficult position for her to be in. I know myself, sometimes speaking out, I still feel guilty every now and again, because when you spend a day with you have so much time with a person and a family, you do get to know them. So I'm sure
Shut the fuck up! Who here?
And I'm sure that once again she's probably stressed out.
Toby. Oh, I need 2 glass, a basic compass, and a parasol. Okay, I can make a basic compass.
Your interactions, Alexander, of that campaign and those moments.
2 glass and a ball.
You're right, and just to get to the point that you were making as we went through some of the document there, we did hear that exchange now with the prosecutors where, in fact, they asked her whether Mr. Trump had concerns that this would have an impact on his support by voters, and her answer, as you indicated, was simply yes. So it takes away from the idea that the president was trying to sort of dismiss her, saying it wasn't such a big deal when the tape was
I don't have no calls. They got the Star Wars shit on here now.
And you're looking for what?
Nothing. Well, in my stuff, I was looking for. I need a claw to make this thing. I need a wolf claw. I gotta have
Kill a wolf or something?
Yeah.
No.
That ain't hard to do.
Watch out.
There was obviously so much going on behind closed doors, trying to sort out how best to resolve.
I don't know how to wolf claw.
They themselves recognize could be so damaging to the former president. You give me a sense of how some of those members of the inner circle of the former president, then candidate Donald Trump, viewed in those waning days. I remember in October, mid-October, in the days leading up to the election, one of the former president's closest then allies and aides approached me and talked about professional opportunities after the election, with a real sense that this thing was going south, that the former president, then candidate Trump, had done so much damage to his candidacy that they were already pursuing other opportunities. Then they did not view it really as a reality that he could win this thing, at least so many of those so close to him. And again, behind the scenes in all of those conversations, frankly, at the heart of so many of them was Hope Hicks testifying today. Someone who really, as you've noted, doesn't have any other agenda than to tell the truth on this occasion. She has not stayed particularly close to the former president over the course of the last couple of years, as she herself indicated. I think that makes what she's saying today that much stronger. To bring us all back to this
to the replicas that they're getting on this shared document in the courtroom. It is now asking about filing a field. It says here it's a first date November 4th, 2016. So we're just talking about the grand jury after we had a note that she first heard the name when she received a Wall Street Journal reporter, inquiry about her international empire and having actually heard of Stormy Daniels. It says she was mentioning the same show and heard of her New York trial while on the phone with an issue about a celebrity golf tournament in her income. She was there with one of the participants who heard the fact. So she's going to open, she's the special knowledge, remember all the dates and the times and it's the step backward. Why was they playing a bit doing before the segue down to the school and so
that photo, which is what the president looks like. People in the world to that say very well. Like if 1 million people march to his house with petitions very well. Was it true? He said very well. People be real. Let's not rise and fall and let it be crushed by comments and community notes. It is evident to be revoked. Second of all, little Howard, can you at least say anti-what? He won't even say what it is. He won't even say what it is that Nick Fuentes does. Nick Fuentes is a Nazi. And I don't mean like he supports his policies and his values, and if you connect all the dots, it seems a little bit dismissive. No, it's like he's a Nazi. He wants to be a Nazi and proud of being a Nazi. That's what he is. And that's what he hates hypocrisy. I claim to be a defender of free speech, but then permanently violate the law. There are moments I disagree with what they say. This will probably cause us to lose a lot of advertisers. It makes me sad, but a principle is a principle. First of all, you already lost those advertisers. Stop trying to validate it. That's not how that works. Second of all, him saying to be principle, no, you already banned left-wing journalists. You've already done that. You already the guy publishing vague information about your flight patterns. You've already done that. Cis is already banned as a term on Twitter. You've already done all that stuff. We're done with this idea that you're a free speech warrior. But look at what he thinks is like his trump card that gets it back for him. It doesn't. That's not a thing. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the damage report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. And bear in mind, like he's responding to people who post things like, you work for Jews. This is what Twitter is these days. It always kind of was this. Now this is what it is. This is what Elon Musk has brought. And he is trying to make it more like that. And by the way, he responded to that saying, well, I don't condone all of the actions of any one group, while I won't even acknowledge what they are, by the way. I must admit to being openly philo-Semitic and generally try to see the good in all people. Aid workers that I call pedophiles. I try to see the good in all people. He's Philo Semitic. So first of all, credit to him for Googling what the opposite of anti-Semitic is and then using it. But I also remember the things he's posted, like his reply to Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. To which he said, "You have said the actual truth. Elon Musk is not merely platforming anti-Semites."
What in the fuck are you talking about?
Situation. Maybe people who talk about politics have never thought about politics. They never realized that, yeah, you create a policy and they kind of they didn't. They get a little messy. John Outlaw, he's already taken positions. But since it's his first goddamn day on the job, he hasn't realized he's taken positions that we can very easily describe as like just what is part and parcel for coming up with policies on a website like this.
What in the fuck are you talking?
Simple things like, oh, it's just free speech. God has outlined that he's already taken those stands. He's actually right. That's something I bring up, but he already brought it up very well. So, I agree. That is just, it's not that no one wants a Nazi on the website. It's that that guy has made it so by his own logic, that Nazi shouldn't be on the website. Yes. And that's like, it is not, I will call for the mass murder of Jews. Community don't say that's bad. The system is working. That's not how it's supposed to work. And if a person is making those threats against Elon Musk, he wouldn't allow it. As I said, he banned the guy who was publishing where his plane flew to because he was worried that that might lead to violence. But a guy like Nicola, who's literally for or when Fuentes jokes that the Holocaust didn't happen and that Jews being burnt in concentration camps were like cookies in an oven. That doesn't affect you. Or Fuentes he admitted that his dream wife is 16 years old. It seems that way. They're perfectly fine. Or when he claimed that he suspected women as gay, now that's weird. Everybody jokes that
She got asked with the she said he's very too
Wow. Y'all bitches ain't innocent. Damn.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Good evening and welcome at the end of what has been an especially dangerous and destructive week of weather across big sections of the country, including 130 reported tornadoes since last Friday. And tonight, floods, the parade of severe weather leaving parts of southeast Texas under heavy flooding today. Tornadoes inundated communities, sending major rivers rising to flood states, stranding residents, some requiring urgent rescues.
Hey, dude, stop fanning that cold ass air, man. The fuck?
It has been a fearsome spring. The country tonight wrapping up a fifth straight week with a severe weather.
Gee, the fucking pity. That shit cold as fuck.
Tornado reports.
Little motherfucker.
7 million people from Texas to Oklahoma to Arkansas and Louisiana are in flood watches. Kathy Clark joins me now. Kathy, this flood threat is far from over.
Lester, that's right. As you can see, the fast-moving floodwaters are still moving through neighborhoods like this one in Texas. Typically, this would be a backyard, but it has been transformed into a lake several feet deep. Tonight, millions in Texas in the crosshairs of catastrophic flooding and dangerous tornadoes.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Dramatic lightning strikes like this one caught on camera. Rain in the Houston area, stranding drivers and washing away roads. Oh, the seriously.
It'll be estimated $100,000 product washed away.
In Harris County, officials declaring a disaster.
You don't know what's going on.
To a Thursday night or prepare to stay for days. This threat is ongoing and it's going to get worse. It is not your typical river flooding. Dozens have been rescued so far. And one family escaped by swimming to safety. Rushing waters toward their home.
Yeah, I seen it just, I think right over. And I could sit on in the spot around my house like a surfboard. That's when I told her it's time to go.
14 rivers are now at major flood stage, including San Jacinto. So if you open your front door, I mean, the river is right there. Video. You're going to put in Larry said she still repaired the damage from 2017, brought on by Hurricane Harvey. And how tough is it to see this type of damage again? Now she and several others are reliving the nightmare. The wait for more severe weather expected to last through the weekend. NBC News, Conroe, Texas.
A one-time top advisor to former President Trump, Holt testified for the prosecution today in Mr. Trump's hush money trial. He recalled the crisis in his presidential campaign when the Access Hollywood tape became public. Ron Hilliard now with late details.
She was one of former President Trump's most trusted advisors. We want hope. But today, Hope Hicks walked into court as a prosecution witness in her old boss's hush money scheme trial. Mr. Trump, without smiling, stared on, first directly at her, before turning his attention toward a monitor and papers in front of him. Hicks, today admitting she was nervous, at one point becoming emotional, tearing up and needing a break. Hicks telling prosecutors the release of the Access Hollywood tape weeks before the 2016 election was a crisis. I was concerned, very concerned, she said. We were just absorbing the shock of it. Hicks testified its impact on women voters was a major concern. Prosecutors say the release of the tape helped propel the hush money scheme. But Mr. Trump today arguing none of it is related to the charges he is facing, that he allegedly disguised reimbursements to Michael Cohen for hush money payments to Stormy Daniels and legal expenses in his company's internal books. Mr. Trump, who's pleaded not guilty, slamming a corrupt, illicit, and highly political attack that he says has nothing to do with this fake case. On cross-examination, Hicks was asked about a Wall Street Journal report days before the 2016 election on payments allegedly made to Karen McDougal. She said Mr. Trump did not want the paper delivered to his home that day. She said he really values Mrs. Trump's opinion, and saying that Michael Cohen, he likes to call himself first broken, that he fixed it, notably fixed it. Negotiations, nor was aware of the woman's fortune and saying she had nothing to do with this organization.
Oh, is that it? That is it.
Did you get your clock?
Yeah, that's how I made these.
Oh,
This is some of the Star Trek shit. I gotta go over there. That's where I seen the spaceship come in and crash landed over there. Yeah, I've been over there once. That's how I got this stuff right here. And I had to build it. I had to build a workbench to make these special workbench. I'm going over there to get some glass stuff. Those knockers supposed to help you find certain material.
yes.
You can make guns.
Well, lightsabers.
I don't know. They might have lightsabers.
Oh, so with no fucking lightsabers. That's not what.
Yeah, that's the weird. Yeah. I never even watched that shit. Huh?
Not even the first one.
I ain't never watched none.
Oh, I watched all the first one. When they started coming out with guns and saying, "Oh, this is before," I was fuck you. I already saw it.
This week's Fred raising new questions about missing involvement. University of Madrid said that the 34 arrested in the building were attended and affiliated with the university. Among his 30-year-old James Carlson, the figure eating with his girl, according to a senior law enforcement official. The also being elected over 13 months of hit point. The woman said that he was very proud of the family of his mother. He was due to not guilty to charges of trespassing. To the protester nearly confirmed with the occupants of hell. It is true that the
Why would there be why would you have your gun in your hand? Should have been out there. I don't know.
The Justice Department has indicted a prominent Congressman, Democrat Henry Clay of Texas, and his wife for bribery after a 2-year investigation. Prosecutors allege Congressman Quayle and his wife were part of an elaborate scheme taking as much as $600,000 from foreign business interests in exchange for Quayle using his powerful perch in Congress to do, among other things, steering U.S. policy in favor of the country of Azerbaijan. That prosecutors point to these text messages between businessmen from that country and the Democratic congressman as evidence at trial. Quayle, for his part, denies the charges of bribery and money laundering and says that he will not step down. That's it. Yeah, thank you. The FBI says 3 bodies have been found in Mexico. It comes as officials look into what happened to an American and 2 Australian brothers who went on vacation and haven't been heard from for almost a week. Brian Alexander reports on what authorities were saying.
Today in Mexico, a remote surfer's paradise has become the grounds of a growing mystery. The deep water disappeared. Now Mexican officials are questioning at least 3 people they believe may have been involved. Late today, authorities say they have located 3 bodies in the area. Mexican officials have identified the 3 missing men as American Jack Carter and his 4 brothers, Jake and Alan Robinson. According to the family, they were last heard from on Saturday in the area on a surfing trip. The Attorney General for Baja California, Mexico, said officials found a cell phone that may have belonged to one of the missing men and other evidence, including a white pickup truck. Among the missing, Alan Robinson, a professional lacrosse player, and, along with his brother Jake, an average surfer, according to social media pictures. In a Facebook message, their mother says the 3 men never showed up to check into their Airbnb and are shooting for any information. The famous picturesque Pacific beaches, the Mexican peninsula of Baja California, have become hugely popular among surfers. Yet as recently as last summer, the U.S. State Department has urged Americans to reconsider travel to the Mexican state, citing crime and kidnapping. Tonight, Mexican officials say they are working with authorities in the U.S. and Australia. Brian Alexander, NBC News.
The new jobs report is out. The U.S. economy adding 175,000 jobs in April, falling short of expectations. And the unemployment rate sticking up at 3.9%. It's over trend of the job growth first time series of
China sits marks a major milestone for them. China's goal to put Chinese meaning 5 to explore without planes
There you go. That's what we do.
This is a great look at the features of the residential Centauri. It's called Vista, an unmanned fighter jet piloted by artificial intelligence, flying head-to-head in a dogfight with a manned F-16, even outperforming the human pilot.
Defense officials say the U.S. is the only nation in the world with this technology, successfully flying a jet with artificial intelligence. And this is the first time that the U.S. has been able to see it.
Until now, there has not been a program for human agents to control critical systems.
On Thursday, the Air Force Secretary made an unmanned strike at Edwards Air Force Base.
There is a building.
Soon enough, a
Fuck
man
that.
will die in a mock dogfight. The second is set down over 1,000 feet from the nearest building. Inside, it's clearly still in the air. Careful to the left of the serious questions.
Is there any possibility, really, this kind of technology going away?
I think it's too early to say it is or isn't.
Do you foresee it fully being the most rapid?
We're not going to have the celebrating some of the facility. It's not going to be
It says the future is not in the next few years. And futures for our mission constantly anticipated the outcome of the human mind, in changing the face of human aviation. WTV NBC News, Edwards Air Force Base.
Fuck y'all.
An honor like no other. On stage, indeed.
Damn, that's crazy.
And that's nightly news for this Friday. Join Kristen Welker on Sunday for a new Meet the Press here on NBC. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night. Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news.
What? That's badass.
Or follow us on social media.
Hell no.
In for Hallie Jackson with a breaking news special report. Donald Trump on trial, and perhaps the biggest bombshell day of testimony yet. The dramatic moments surrounding a front row seat. This Friday, the House breaks breaks down on tears on the stand. This woman, Hope Hicks, who the former president really treated like a daughter. She led Trump's campaign communications when the alleged scheme took place. Some very embarrassing stories. That was before he brought her to the White House for some of its top calls. She hasn't spoken to Trump in 2 years. Today, prosecutors wanted to know what happened behind the scenes when this moment made headlines. People this Access Hollywood tape. Then candidate Trump caught on camera making bolder comments about the Sultan women. Trump's press secretary at the time said she did not know about the tape until she heard from a reporter, and that there was, in fact, a consensus at the time that, quote, this was going to be a crisis. The big question, why does that matter for this case now? We're going to hit the rewind button really quickly to go through that. Hicks says she called Michael Cohen, Trump's former fixer at the time, to ask if there was another tape that would need damage control. That happened in early October 2016. Later that month, prosecutors say damage control kicked in with the alleged hush money payments to Stormy Daniels, who claims she had an affair with Trump. He denies it. And that this is the reason that we're here right now, why the former president faces 44 counts of falsifying business records, to which he has pleaded, of course, not guilty. For the next 20 minutes, we're going to take you inside all the rooms the cameras could not be in today. So if you weren't glued to every word, every note coming out of court, or if you had other things to do, don't worry about it. We can honor and we've got the details. The team of reporters of legal and political experts is ready to break it all down. Other than you have to know, in this special report, to look inside and behind the scenes the Trump trial. We're starting with NBC's National the TV who is live outside the courthouse. And you it's really good for the prosecution, right? It's very good for the jury to influence the election of 2016. What happened today?
And they built that timeline to sell out. I don't know necessarily whether or not they created the direct line. It's really up to the jury to decide. But they built this idea of an individual, of a man who was running for president of the United States in 2016. The revelations of this Access Hollywood tape in early October with OPEC. Received the email from a reporter saying there is this Access Hollywood tape out there. You have statements that you want to release pertaining to this Access Hollywood tape. She ran up to the Trump Tower, which they were preparing for the debate just a couple of days later, and she talked to the team about the revelations of this Access Hollywood tape, the content of this Access Hollywood tape, the veracity of this Access Hollywood tape. And it went on from their time, from there to the end of October, in which the payouts were made to Stormy Daniels and Karen Siegel. Craziest picture of a man running for election for president of the United States, desperate to keep these details, these sort of details, quiet, not sure if they were going to affect the outcome of the election.
Yeah, anyway, we're getting the key element, the direct connection with Mr. Trump's involvement in this alleged hush money scheme, because she didn't have a lot of positive things to say about Michael Cohen.
She didn't. Let me read some of the back and forth for you if I have time. Specifically, she said, I didn't know Michael to be an especially charitable person. He is the kind of person who takes credit. Trump thought it was generous of him to do, and he appreciated the loyalty. Michael felt like it was his job to protect him. This was in regard to the relevancy of New York Times article in 2016. he first went to well in 2022. That relationship sour because of her testimony of the especially in the vector that the gesture it's the just so one of the witnesses that was walking more of a Texas testimony. The rescue to the monitors was making eye contact with her directly despite their close relationship so that
Interesting. Yeah, very much. Definitely Cynthia who's on the site right there in Manhattan. Let's go now to NBC News legal analyst Danny Savalos and Georgetown constitutional law professor Michelle Duda. Danny, let's talk about some of that emotion. How might the jury react to that emotion from Hicks, and did it appear sincere? Oh, I think it appeared very sincere. And Hope Hicks didn't need a lot of help on the credibility meter. But of course, that show of emotion, and jurors are very good at telling whether or not something is sincere or not. In fact, the entire jury system is premised on the idea that we're all hardwired with this sort of truth and lie detector ability. And so that is really what the jury system is. It's people assessing credibility of other regular folks and deciding who to believe and who not to believe. So emotion on the stand can go one of two ways, or actually can go several ways. I mean, it can be credible in some contexts and completely incredible in other contexts. But when you look at the total picture of Hope Hicks' testimony, on the whole, I think a show of emotion probably came across as very genuine to the jury based on the fact that she really didn't have
No! What the fuck?
Prosecution did a good job.
They did what they needed to do, and the fact that Hope Hicks appeared credible for both sides is actually could be argued to be something that was successful for the prosecution. Much of the background of this, there's some people saying that this is politically motivated what's taking place, and it's important to remind people that these are 34 felony counts. These are felony counts associated with the former president doing business in New York, so it's not related to January 6th. It's not that kind of political hysteria that has been trained, but rather he is a businessman in New York. He must comply with the business laws of New York. That is what this stems from. So this hush money trial itself, this hush money could be something that's a misdemeanor offense. Why this has been elevated to felony counts is because the allegation from prosecutors is that there was an attempt to conceal something more.
It seemed to suggest, yes, it was that they were very much front and center thinking about
October with this salacious video reveal of hearing the former president before he was elected, before the election, explaining how he grabs women, how he violates with women, how he has no consideration of this, and that he does it all the time. The fear that there could be more allegations such as part. And let's be clear, this is a former president who's already been found guilty of having sexually violated someone and many other allegations over time. So right to be concerned.
Just to go back to Danny, and Danny, there's these competing images of the former president playing out right here, right? We have one that he would like to push. He's just a guy who signs the checks. it's also the one that Bo Hicks describes of Trump, who is involved in every aspect of his business and life. What picture is coming off as more compelling right now, or more dominant? We talked about this earlier. There are really three avenues here. There's either Trump as the boss of a large corporation that requires millions to activate a campaign and that definitely signs in. That's going to be the defensive view of the world. And then the prosecution view is Donald Trump is facing off with companies what they put from this and so really, one of two choices the people of evidence, and some of it is kind of snuck in, but the idea that Hope Hicks conveyed was that Donald Trump was somebody who was intimately involved in all aspects of the business. The prosecution made their case that once they've proven the transaction from Cohen to Cambridge, that was something that Donald Trump not only would have known about, but would have actually approved, not possibly, but directly approved this case. So, really, that's hard to say which way it's going, but only one of two is true. Michelle, the defense really plays hard on this idea that Cohen describes himself as the fixer. Isn't that help the defense? Does it hurt the prosecution?
Cohen is someone who has put out there, someone who can't be trusted. This is something that Donald Trump has said on social media, using the term liar to describe Mr. Cohen, and that's what they want to leave the jury with. They said someone who exceeded what the boundaries were of what he was called to do, not supposed to be involved in the presidential campaign at all, so anything that he did was putting it on his own without any kind of guidance or any way implicating Donald Trump.
That really is his role.
That's the idea that they are trying to prove. Whether that's successful before this jury remains to be seen.
Thank you, Professor Goodwin, and thank you, Professor Dollars. Both great interpretations and analysis. You mentioned Hope Hicks played key communications role at Mr. Trump's company in his campaign and the White House, and her testimony today was all about how they got that message out to the public. And more on that, let's bring in Washington Post media critic Eric Winkle. At one point, Hicks was asked about her press duties during the 2016 campaign. Speak areas that, what were about the team around her. And she said it was, quote, just me and Mr. Trump. And, quote, we were all just following his lead, she said. She was right out of college, a lot of responsibility for somebody that age. Does that suggest that Trump had really intense control of the messaging with Hicks at his right hand?
Well, that's correct. I think on that point, I think history bears out exactly what she was saying. At the time, it was very clear that the Trump campaign, or I should say the Trump campaign, wasn't really much in terms of like your traditional campaign. It was very skillful. There wasn't much. And it was mainly a communications operation. I mean, she would pass along, questions to Trump, and then get on the phone, and Trump would just basically rip off the top of his head. And those quotes and so on and so forth, many of them outrageous, almost all of them lies, would go straight into in the papers and onto the air. And all of a sudden, reporters are scrambling, trying to figure out what was true and what wasn't. As I said, most of it was not. But yes, they were following his lead, in part because he just lied. And I think that even the people around him who chose to associate with him were not willing to go as far as he was. And I think the other thing here is that it was working, at least if you look at the polls. Trump was beating his rivals in the polls. So it was a strategy to work.
Micromanaging the messaging all day.
Absolutely. And it was a media-driven campaign. I mean, he was getting all of his rallies covered by CNN. Some on this network and Fox too. I think most of the cable industry was making something like that. It was just going straight into the media. It was a remarkable time, and nobody was prepared for it.
Yeah, but knowing all of that, what can we actually trust in Hope? Someone who, back in 2018, acknowledged which required her to, quote, tell white lies, she said, as someone who observed how she interacted with the media and public on behalf of Mr. Trump. Can we trust what she says now?
Well, obviously she's under. One of the things you learn about like working for Donald Trump is sooner or later you're going to have to raise your right hand. And she's under said that in congressional testimony, and she gave an example like, oh, white lie would be when I would say Mr. Trump is unavailable when in fact he was there. But as we all know, the falsehoods and the lies coming from the Trump establishment were much more grievous, much more damaging than all that, and also much more creative. But I don't. Many of your people on air this afternoon have said that Hope Hicks managed to win over way through all that without damaging her credibility too much. That is an assessment that I don't really disagree with. I think that of all the people in the Trump orbit, she managed to, and by seeking a low spot, and never was seeking the spotlight too much, she did manage not to get slimed with all of this stuff personally. She runs a strategic consulting operation now. I'm not sure exactly how it's doing, but I don't think, I'm not a legal analyst, but as far as people in Trump's orbit, I would have to rank her among the higher people in terms of credibility. Granted, that's a very low bar, but, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay, Eric Wimple, thank you very much. Let's bring in now our political pros. Mark Short, the former chief of staff to Vice President Mike Pence, and Democratic strategist Amisha Cross. Mark, your time overlapped a little bit with Hope Hicks, right? As you are watching her testimony in court, does it appear she has any agenda or any axe to grind here?
I don't think so, Tom. I don't think she does have an axe to grind. I will tell you that when Vice President Pence was tapped to join the campaign in the summer of 2016, when we joined the campaign, it was really only Hope Hicks and Stephen Miller were the two staffers. I mean, there was... That seems funny to me. It was funny. It was a remarkable campaign because former President Trump really ran it himself. And so you had the carousel of various campaign managers going through it. But the two stables were Stephen and Hope.
Amisha, we've talked a lot about, the Biden campaign here is looking for any opportunity to potentially turn something here from this testimony into a campaign item for them, for the Biden campaign. Did you see anything so far that might work to the Biden campaign's advantage?
As of today, no. I think that Hope Hicks is somebody who has been a strategist with Donald Trump for quite some time. She was fresh out of college when she went to work for the Trump organization. A lot of her career has been based on loyalty to Donald Trump. And today, all that she honestly did was further, build on Michael Cohen, which we've already heard many people do. So I don't think that anything from thus far has been able to showcase itself as, oh, this is the smoking gun we can run with in ads or anything else.
Yeah, Cohen is not looking good coming out of this trial. Mark, can we go back? Can we go to 35,000 feet here? Because normally Trump has found that he can get a bit of a boost to his fundraising efforts, at least for his small base, his diehard base, when he goes through these various, legal problems. However, he's pretty far behind the Biden campaign right now, right? Look at that. $90 million so far, presidential numbers in terms of how much they've raised, $155 million cash on hand, and Biden is quite aware, rather than Trump is quite a bit behind that. Does he have any opportunity to make up ground here with a broader base, with a broader group of constituents in the middle, maybe, or is he really kind of isolated to his far right base?
I think he can make up ground. I think that there would be more and more Republicans who come back on board. But Tom, I think it's important to remember in 2016, Hillary far outweighs Trump too. And as we just talked about, he runs a very small operation in the campaign, and he gets all the earned media he wants. And so there's a lot of focus on the.
He doesn't need the campaign ads. He's on TV every day.
And so the money deficit, I don't ever think it's as big of a deal as I think some in the media make it out to be.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And Amisha, also, this meeting is a big part because he's going down to Mar-a-Lago. Let's make that point. He's going down to Mar-a-Lago, and that's a big part of the so-called because also boss Mike Pence. It almost sounds like he's trying to make this almost like an episode of his former reality TV show. Here are some of the top contenders we're told. Would any of those be a Democrat's top choice? In other words, it would be better for the Dems if they get it on the ground. Also, why do it this way? Is it all sort of creating a show and creating the whole the same excitement that we had on this TV show?
He resonates with being able to make a show of his VP choice. We recognize that, the program is what it is, and again, I think that's why he probably should pay as much attention to it as media does. However,
Such a lot on his case on that. That portion of the Republican Party, you have expanded at all? Do you see it expanding at all? Just I mean, it's pretty well left people who they like and don't like at this point.
I think the country is very polarized in that way, and I think that there's something culture between there called double favors. And that's the question. For people who dislike polls, who's going to be the one that they view least unattractive? And I think that there will be some Republicans who continue to come back to Trump because you're looking at the gas and temperatures, concerns place for the border, and that's why I come back to Trump. But I think that the only difference between gas and the DC states, the neutral point, is that the 2016 he did need somebody to rally the party to come to do with the 20 states. He doesn't need that. And so the vice president's pick is not as consequential as what I think it is.
I think your point on is that people vote for who's the top ticket, right? And the vice presidential candidate is just kind of like an afterthought on this.
Yeah, it's a little bit of icing on the cake, but it's not going to be a vote for ticket. He's good with small enough vote. People want him for fundraising purposes because every day that he is in this trial, he's not able to be out there campaigning. And to a point that was made earlier, he's also getting a lot of free media attention. He doesn't have to worry about ads because they're covering him 24/7, even though he's not on a campaign trail. No lesson was learned from 2016.
It kind of feels like another episode of E-Tennis when we're going into the Mar-a-Lago VP stakes, right? Sweet stakes. Guys, thank you very much. Thanks for your expertise. A lot of other news headlines to tell you about today. We're going to catch you up on all of it on this very busy Friday. Then we've got regular programming right after the break. The news continues to put a bombshell in the sitting congressman. The DOJ says he and his wife took hundreds of thousands of dollars in bribes from foreign groups. The charge that could put him away for the rest of his life.
Lock his ass up.
The state is bracing for more devastating flooding and possibly tornadoes. Just as they started to pick up the pieces, our team is in the thick of it this evening. And the Pennsylvania man who had a ton of and Turks and Caicos will find out his fate at the end of the month.
A ton.
Years, and the judge is not taking it was an accident for an answer. In tonight's original, a group of tech entrepreneurs wants to build a brand new city in a rural part of California from the ground up. But some locals say they're being duped into going along with that plan. Today on I am in for Allie, and just in the last few hours, a House Democrat has been hit with serious federal bribery charges. Congressman Henry Cuellar of Texas, as well as his wife, charged by the DOJ with accepting bribes from a company controlled by the government of Azerbaijan, as well as a Mexican bank. The end game, prosecutors say, influencing U.S. policy to benefit those countries and the bank. The indictment comes after a raid on Cuellar's home and campaign office back in 2022. You can see some of the footage right there. Cuellar was at one point the co-chair of the Congressional Azerbaijan Caucus. In a statement, he denies all wrongdoing, saying he still has plans to run for re-election in November. House Democratic leader King Jeffrey says Cuellar will take leave from one of his committee assignments, but he is not calling for the indicted congressman to step down.
Why not?
He becomes the second member of Congress in less than a year to face bribery charges. New Jersey Democratic Senator Bob Menendez set to go on trial later this year. NBC's Ken Delaney is following all of this for us. And Ken, well, behind the picture now, the
was this indictment page of the congressman. A shameful one, Tom. It essentially says he sold his office to do the bidding of a foreign government. And the charges include an array of the kind of crimes you typically see in a corruption case: robbery, mail fraud, and money laundering. But then it adds this wrinkle of acting as an unregistered agent of a foreign government. And it's because this indictment says that, as you said, he was doing the bidding of the government of Azerbaijan, pursuing their foreign policy in Washington, where they have a significant agenda. And the indictment says he was one of accepted nearly $600,000 in bribes over a 10-year period, which seems like a lot of money, but actually isn't. When you think that a congressman can retire and earn that much in 6 months as a lobbyist. Well, but what it says is that this money was laundered through sham contracts paid to shell companies owned by the congressman's wife. The indictment says the congressman's wife did literally no work, but the congressman agreed to take official action in exchange for this money. Now, Claire's lawyer says to NBC News that the Justice Department is taking significant leaps here. They don't have the evidence to establish quid pro quo. And look, these corruption cases are not easy to make, so we'll have to wait and see exactly how this proceeds.
And Ken, we're already seeing one stark difference here in that members of Congress aren't calling for Cuellar's resignation in mass. What does that say to you about comparing the Menendez case and the Cuellar case?
Right, so Cuellar is the second lawmaker in a year, Menendez being the first to be accused of selling his office on behalf of a foreign government. In the Menendez case, the evidence was so stark, was so significant, and it was his second corruption case. Remember, he narrowly got off on the first one.
Oh shit, they do have lightsabers.
Found in his home. That evidence was just so visceral that I think it led more people to say he needs to go. In this case, I think people are saying, let's wait and see. They know that these corruption cases, it sounds really bad when you read the indictment, but they are difficult to make. The Justice Department has to show a quid pro quo here. They have to show evidence that the payments were made in exchange for official action, and Henry Cuellar is saying that didn't happen. So we'll wait and see.
Thank you very much. We have more breaking news coming to us in just the last few minutes. A confirmed tornado touching down in Texas, meaning that the state is now hitting its ninth straight day of tornado activity. You can see some of that right there. Texas just can't catch a break from these twisters. Check out this here, Holly, a huge, massive cone at the very, very tip of that tornado. And they can't catch a break from other kinds of bad weather either. With the Houston area right now bracing for a long weekend of more intense flooding. Weather experts are warning locals that you should evacuate now if you can, or be ready to stay put for days. Millions of people in and around Houston are at the center of all of this, dealing with flood watches in effect right now. The evacuation order comes after that region took an absolute beating on Thursday with as much as 12 inches of rain coming down on some parts of Texas, causing rivers there to overflow with intense flooding. And that has led to scary scenes. Look at this. Folks pulled from their cars after flash floods came out of nowhere. And this is Kathy Park, who's in Conroe, Texas, I should say. And Kathy, what are folks bracing for where you are right now tonight and into the weekend?
So, Tom, they are bracing for, unfortunately, more severe weather, and I can tell you the ground is already extremely saturated, so any moisture, any rainfall could make matters worse. What you're probably seeing behind me, I can tell you this isn't a lakefront home, and actually this happened overnight. This is the San Jacinto River, and we're told by the property owner that yesterday the water started rising sometime in the 9 o'clock hour, and she had to evacuate because the water was rising that quickly. This is her entire property. This is roughly 3 acres of house. It looks like a lake. She actually gave us a full view. All the damage inside the property. What she said, the furniture,
this channel by sticking around to the end of this episode for a word from today's sponsor, Uplift Stand. I don't know about this, but I think it was Mark Twain, Samuel Clemens, who said that history doesn't repeat itself, but it sure does rhyme. And there's some truth to that. I mean, it's a clever, witty witticism, however the saying goes. And that is certainly true with what we're witnessing right now across the country with protests against the ruling, protests against the 40,000 plus dead Palestinians who had nothing to do with the attack on the Israeli citizens and hostage taking. They had nothing to do with it. Tens of thousands of children, many of whom are now amputees who live the rest of their lives. This is millions because of the legion of human rights abuses. And discrimination. I'm going to get to what I'm going to talk about. The International Criminal Court has been issued they're putting together a plan to issue arrest warrants for Israeli officials. In America, almost exclusively, we are alone in our allyship of this genocide. The rest of the world won't abide it. We're alone. Shouldn't that give somebody pause that we're on the wrong side of history? Gives me pause. It does not give people like Representative Mike Collins from the 10th District of Georgia. It doesn't give him pause. It doesn't give people like that any reservation whatsoever that maybe we're wrong as a nation about our position to support Israel and the full self-support of innocent citizens. Yesterday, as there have been protests all across the country on college campuses, college young adults with their screwed on straight, viewing what's taking place with UCLA, it's numerous campuses all across the country, including here in Washington, D.C. at George Washington. It's a retweet of a video. Mark Twain quote is, I'm going to show you some images here, but just throughout history until today, where you're seeing the same thing, the same racism and disrespect. Taking their business is to be racist and to mock people seeking justice and utilizing their First Amendment right of the Constitution to redress them. Here's a video. I'll just show you the sound off video, and then we'll talk about it.
Whoa. This is fucking 50. This is dope. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking crazy.
To protect, to maintain the status quo, as they call it. I've said on the podcast that this isn't an A campus, not an A campus, all bastard. Both all supporting are here to maintain again the status quo. But some of these pictures from civil rights protesters, there's any two things. These could have been on the Old West campus. White governments, free, hate, risk, that people would come and protest. White men yelling at black. I wonder if some of these Old West protesters were successful in their life based on the entrenched white supremacy of this country, based on their white privilege that like this guy here, in this one, Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas just furious view. That I look like furious view. We're going to learn here. You know, we all like we would be on the right side of history. Something the same issues confronted by the 60s and the civil rights era. But if you're not on the right side of history, the right side of history now, to this, that is set off.
This shit is not usual. I'm in a cave. This is not usually what's in a cave. Yeah, that's pretty fucking dope.
Is that a cave up there?
No, that's a rock.
Oh, it
It's
is.
more some shit like this.
Oh.
Granted. I need to go up there though.
Can you get it?
It's just what do you think?
Okay, where's the this thing, buddy? It's out there. It's been up here since this shit ain't usually here. It's like a fucking temple up here or some shit. Usually you can get into shit some kind of way, but let me get over it.
Yeah, the podcast. Is that person supposed to talk to you?
Nah, I can't talk to him.
Oh.
They'll say up there, try Rebel Adventure, talk to Rebel Wookie or some shit.
Oh, that's gonna have hair all over it. Look like it's got hair all over it. That's a Wookiee.
So you know, holy shit. Let that black stuff or some of this.
Oh, okay. I don't see no fucking Wookiee in there.
Well, it could be outside. Don't necessarily have to be in here.
Oh.
Why I can't get on? The fuck is this shit? Hey, this shit is crazy.
And some good little lady. Like looking at so talking about.
This ain't the side I entered in. Yeah, it is. Everybody's up. That shit. That's
Plastic.
yeah.
So to begin with that story, I guess people that apparently whatever I told them, I did not me again in the fucking play. After I described that, that's weird, childish,
You gotta go in the cave.
Oh, okay.
guys throwing his
Can't actually go in there.
when he was leaving the courtroom yesterday. I said right here in the program last night that it was.
Does it show you where the Wookiee's at?
I thought it did from that thing right there. Up there on top of the screen. That little thing right.
Not to make a big deal out of that Obama guy being in the courtroom today. Meaning yesterday. Donald Trump shouldn't have given me that pleasure. He shouldn't have done that in such an easy and competitive way that maybe Hayden and the New York Times felt compelled to right away. How many times
I wonder if they left.
no one
That's
in
how
the
it turned out to shit. But oh shit! I thought I seen somebody walking right here.
I know he's done many times. Tuned in to this show at 10 o'clock last night. You see what I would say about that. Unfortunately, he took my advice. The advice that Boris should have given him yesterday.
See that thing right there?
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was pointing at, the Wookiee. Because when I went to the thing,
Maybe it's up there where that fire's at.
nah, that's my village.
Oh, okay.
Because when I hit the thing, it said talk to the Rebel Wookiee, retrieve or whatever, and that he track it.
Yeah.
Now I ain't tracking it no more. That thing, I guess it is still up there.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But when you tracking stuff, it's supposed to show you where it's at. And then period. Clip. Lightsaber. Out the rebel mom. Let's track this one.
Calamari chef.
Especially after yesterday because it was so obvious that he made such an effort yesterday
What?
to look at him that today's effort
Cooking squid.
looking at me.
Probably by the water somewhere.
With me sitting there looking up at him, he's not going to say
village.
To him, I'm sure.
It's hard to get up there.
Probably the way he
I don't know where the ladder goes.
After today's session, he was afraid to look at me today. I don't think he was afraid. I think he just got good advice. Right here at 10 p.m. last night. Today's clip was a tale of two young men describing their work in government. One described her dedication to a good health job done honorably under intense pressure, with high stakes, with the best of in pursuit of an idea. And the other was Hope Hicks. Hope Hicks was preceded on the witness stand today by a young man who appeared to be about the same age Hope Hicks was
When she started working for presidential candidate Donald Trump, I wish I could tell you the young woman's name, because it's a beautiful name that any parent or fiction writer would be proud to create. But I want to tell you her name because homicidal Trump supporters are all too eager to threaten the lives of all of us who they despise. They especially like to do that on social media. And this is what we need to do in the district attorney's office, is to study social media and prepare social media for use as evidence in criminal trials. And that job became so a year and a half ago, she was assigned to the investigation front that included as many as 10,000 social media posts, mostly by Donald Trump, but also by Michael Cohen and others, involving this case. Imagine having to keep up with, in real time, the poison Donald Trump's feeds on social media every day, and having to reach back in time for Trump tweets that are relevant to this criminal investigation.
The fuck is it so damn cold today?
He has saved
Shit.
about 1,500 posts on Instagram, Twitter, Truth Social, and other sites for the district attorney's Trump evidence file. She testified that she has analyzed about 30 social media accounts in the process. Well, defense lawyers tried to object to her testimony that laid the groundwork for introducing social media posts by Donald Trump. But her testimony was so technically flawless and so convincing to Judge Juan Merchan that the judge overruled every objection the Trump lawyers raised, trying to block her testimony and block her introduction of the exhibits. She won. She beat the Trump lawyers at the game of admitted evidence. She described the elaborate and exacting process she had to go through with each piece of social media to fit the complex requirements of introducing even a single tweet as an exhibit in court. And thanks to her painstaking adherence to those legal rules and requirements, the jury was shown this tweet by Donald Trump.
I've never said I'm a perfect person, nor pretended to be someone that I'm not. I've said and done things I regret, and the words released today on this more than a decade-old video are one of them. Anyone who knows me knows these words don't reflect who I am. I said it, I was wrong, and I apologize.
October 8th, 2016, that was the one and only time Donald Trump has ever apologized in his life. It was immediately after the Access Hollywood tape was released in October 2016, in the last weeks of Donald Trump's first presidential campaign. The thousands of hours of work done by that young paralegal assistant in the DA's office to allow the introduction of exhibits like that paid off today. Her dedication and professionalism was obvious to everyone in the courtroom, especially Judge Merchan. She is the lowest paid person who has spoken in that courtroom. She will never be applauded, never publicly thanked. She doesn't get to fly on private jets like Hope Hicks did when she started her campaign job, or on Air Force One like Hope Hicks did when she worked in the White House. This witness was one of the unsung heroes in the machinery of American justice. That's her job. Justice. That is one of the motivators for putting in those long hours. That is the ideal she gets to pursue in her work. Justice. The DA's office does not pay her enough. Jobs like that never pay enough. But she gets to take home more than a paycheck. She gets to take home her pride. Pride. The thing Hope Hicks sold to Donald Trump. At 11:23 a.m., an assistant attorney said, "The people call Hope Hicks." Dressed in a black suit, she walked past the defense table within arm's reach of Donald Trump without ever looking at him, and he did not look at her as she walked by. She began her testimony with a bit of biography, saying she was a 2010 graduate of Southern Methodist University, who then began working for the Trump Organization in 2014. She told her first lie about 10 minutes into her testimony. Now,
Some people will think lie is too harsh a word for what I'm about to read to you. But it does show what a casual Trumpian relationship with the truth Hope Hicks lives by. She described Donald Trump under oath as, quote, a very good multitasker and a very hard worker. He is not, and never has been, a hard worker. Everyone knows that isn't true, but most of the press corps on the campaign trail and in the White House who covered Hope Hicks easily accepted those lies of that size from Hope Hicks all the time, without any of those lies diminishing their view of her in any way. She was, on that witness stand, as she has always been, the picture of privilege. She laughed out loud in the courtroom at the very idea of Donald Trump offering her a job she was unqualified to do, press secretary for a presidential campaign. That is what privilege looks like. She had never been a press secretary for anything. She had no idea how to be a presidential campaign press secretary. Like everyone in the Trump campaign, no serious campaign would hire them to do anything. Hope Hicks lives on the Donald Trump side of our politics, where people rant endlessly about attributing things like the failures of Boeing's manufacturing and maintenance of aircraft to some kind of liberal-oriented hiring program that gives jobs to unworthy candidates. There has never been a more unworthy candidate for Hope Hicks' job in the presidential campaign or in the White House than Hope Hicks. She didn't need either one of those jobs. She was born rich in Connecticut. She could have tried to do something more worthy with her life, or at least do something that wasn't harmful. But she chose to help Donald Trump become president of the United States. That's what she chose to do. And that job came with a motto: deny, deny, deny. That's what she wrote in an email when the Trump campaign team of incompetents is trying to respond to David Farenthol's brilliant reporting at the Washington Post, which revealed the infamous Access Hollywood video in which Donald Trump is shown bragging about his favorite method of sexual assault. David Farenthold rocked the Trump campaign on October 7, 2016, when he sent an email to Hope Hicks asking for a comment about the Access Hollywood video he came into possession of before the Washington Post would publish it. David Farenthold included a transcript of the video in that email, but not the video itself. Question: did you read, Mr. Trump, the email you received from Mr. Farenthold? Answer: I read him the email, and I have a vague recollection of starting to read the transcript, and then he finished reading it himself, I believe. Question: did you hand him the email for him to read? Answer: yes, that's my recollection. Question: what information did you say? Answer: he said that didn't sound like something he would say. And so, on the basis of that line, told to Hope Hicks, that didn't sound like something he would say. Hope Hicks told the team that the strategy was deny, deny, deny. What he said on the Access video doesn't really sound like something he would say. Hours later, his video was out there. Hope Hicks watched him say it for himself. And so, Hope Hicks splashed out a line directly to him. He said that didn't sound like something he would say. That was a very harmful line of testimony about it. Jurors are always wondering if this witness is telling the truth. Did this person lie to us? And now they know that Donald Trump lied to Hope Hicks right there in that line about that video. And that video came out, proving that Donald Trump said every word that was in that transcript. That was enough for Senator McCain. Senator McCain turned against Donald Trump. That was enough for Republican
Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, who canceled the campaign event with Donald. Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz came on this program that night for the one lonely time in his life and retracted his endorsement of Donald Trump in the name of his daughters that very night. Republicans were rushing away from Donald Trump because of what they heard him say and do on that Access Hollywood video, but not Hollywood. Not Hollywood. If you don't quit then, when do you quit? Hope Hicks answer was no. Hope Hicks was there in Washington on the White House page on January 6th, making no attempt at all to get Donald Trump to do the right thing during the attack on the Capitol to stop that attack. And they she eventually did an interview with the JDay72 committee where she said as little as she possibly could and offered no significant help to the committee. Very little that they could even use in their public revelation available evidence. Compare that to Cassie. They both took the same oath of office as White House employees to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Hope Hicks, who had direct access to Donald Trump whenever she wanted, didn't say a word to Donald Trump on January 6th. Didn't even try. Like Cassie Hutchinson, who did not have direct access to Donald Trump, was desperately trying to get her boss, Mark Meadows, White House Chief of Staff, to convince Donald Trump to stop the attack. Cassie Hutchinson became the JDay72's most important.
Yeah, man was too. Slap my stop.
Not to vote for Donald Trump. Nothing like
Oh yeah.
Find your Wookiee yet?
That's the Star Trek thing, or Star Wars workbench, Rebel workbench.
There is video of White House reporters kissing for social kissing and
Potty.
greetings at White House press briefings. That doesn't happen unless you are hopeless. She cried. That's the big news of the day. No one knows why she cried. At the very beginning, last week, I heard 3 different theories for the tears from reporters on the way out of work. And you'll hear some theories during this hour from people who were in the courtroom today and more perceptive. I don't know why she cried. And I don't care. I know she didn't cry. For the 628 children who were held at the southern border in custody by Donald Trump, who was then unable to find their parents and reunite them, Hope Hicks didn't cry for them. And we can be sure that Hope Hicks has never cried when her model of deny, deny, deny took hold in the Supreme Court, deciding to deny women a right they have for 50 years in this country, longer than Hope Hicks has been alive. I'm sure she didn't cry for that 10-year-old girl. Who had to leave the state after being raped and receive abortion services in Indiana. Hope Hicks kept working for Donald Trump to become the president of the United States after she knew that deny, deny, deny was a lie she told. Hope Hicks watched the Access Hollywood video and thought, yes, that's who I want to keep working for tonight. That's who I want to be president of the United States. I'm going to continue to work as hard as I can to make that man, that video, bragging about sexual assault, become the next president of the United States. That's my mission. That is who Hope Hicks wanted to be re-elected as president of the United States. He recommended injecting bleach into your veins to cure COVID. That's who Hope Hicks wanted to keep moving. Because of the voted for Donald Trump and people reporters whose acceptance of Donald Trump is warned by the charms of Hope Hicks. With this Hope Hicks, Dr. Hicks has been helping us most important question she wasn't asked that question because it wasn't an important question in this trial. And that question is, why didn't you quit? Why didn't you quit that presidential campaign in 2016 when it was so obvious to all of us that you were working for a pathological liar and a dangerous person? Why didn't she quit? Is a much more important question. And why did she quit?
Damn. They like, fuck that bitch.
It becomes a routine between that time. He's in as a
There are difficult, there are certainly forces within the United States. Internationally, I get the question.
Morning Joe is not an excellent team.
From all around the world. And I think the two dangers, you put your finger on one, is isolationism. It would not serve this nation well over time. And I think the 1930s are instructive. We tried that. We pulled back to the United States. We rejected the League of Nations, the predecessor to the UN. We erected massive trade barriers, tariffs, falling smooth tariffs. How'd that work out? Well, we cracked the global economy. We were attacked at Pearl Harbor. And Nazi Germany, by the way, declared war on us. So history will find us. Isolationism doesn't work. And the other thing I worry about a lot, and you're seeing it here, is the unpredictability, the erratic behavior that leads into foreign policy. The world wants stability, guidance, a central set of thoughts from the United States of America. And it's hard to see that in Donald Trump going back to what we just talked about, because his comments are not only erratic, they're incendiary, and they're divisive, incredibly divisive. And last thought, think how all of this is received in Moscow, in Beijing, in Tehran, in Caracas, in Pyongyang, North Korea. They are thrilled when they see us divided, arguing, and writing states with different segments of our and the threat come first thing in the morning, but we need to have it. We need to face it. We need to notice this every day and not be numbed by it, because the risks are high here, and they're right in front of us. Retired sports star maybe at World
James Cabrinas, thank you very much. Also, I've been running out of secure and bail bond for his civil fraud case.
Bitch.
So if you can't keep moving, use convince people that what he wants is not it. It's something else. And his first attempt to do that, I'm going to say it's a little bit better. He posted on his social. That's that maniac. I said, relax, stand, listen intensely, and take it all.
Fucking hell.
He just look at the fact that they can take it and listen, viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. You click the join button. Insane. This is what I say. I was watching my phone. It's like, dude, it is too cooler if you say you fell asleep. If you said, I'm excited and I'll stay awake. Yes. Yes. Like, that is the whole thing. Tell me. You win. You can totally. Like, I mean, the issue is that it's still with it. It makes you feel like so maybe you know, and hold you about people falling asleep. But that's a way better excuse. You just can't. It's so, it makes me so happy to hear stuff like this, to be honest. It's strong, it's hard. It's and then people are like sitting out there with the, with full on like oil. Meanwhile, people trying to say it for themselves. It can't quite. Apparently, it's not working. Here is the link. Lisa Rubin on
Sleeping.
Different devices. I would say they try to look at different devices to keep Trump away. Especially so what in the an attorney doesn't make his son anymore because if you come sleep, he's got the papers looking at all the time, so I'm checking good. But neither of those things seem to protect Trump from his own exhaustion.
What the fuck? Crayon.
tape or something? Do you pitch him under the table? What was making a crack? You've also technically played with Frankie Val's audience. He tried to extend the switch, but he can't figure out what it is. For Trump Association to maybe wedge those in there to keep his eyes up. Like, actually, like we tried frozen underwear, but nothing. It looks like he wet himself. It's like, dude, just stay awake. And the reason that this is in seriousness ridiculous is that he calls the other guy Sleepy Joe. So their argument is that if Joe Biden, with regular Joe Biden went toe-to-toe or defeated Trump in the debate, well, that's only because they all his activity every single day. He has to pronouns and they hop him up on Red Devil before he sends him on the debate stage. Well, we're proving that is what Trump has to happen in order for him to maintain consciousness throughout the day. And the very least explains the Diet Coke habit. More caffeine coming to the carbonation substitute for a 14 that in Oval Office had to do this to show up. But yeah, I like your strategy. Do some free advertising for my Hello Health. He should use that. He should wear I'm doing that. This is better. Never been in you don't need to show up. See you in the shop. Your finish is what I
Fuck that bitch.
What happened?
They
Poopy
just
pants?
talking about Whole Foods.
Talking about who?
Whole Foods.
Who's that?
Trump's assistants for she was campaigning for the whole time, but she's testifying against him. Okay, now I came out here. That's what's up.
You go back in there?
Yeah, I went in over there where that white thing is. That's where I went in.
Oh, over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, you can't even see it on the map.
Yeah.
Because I went in somewhere else.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. That's how far away I am. But I still don't see the bitch. Or the Wookiee, whatever the fuck it is. I got this put up.
Well, that's fine. You need to find the Wookiee. Go over to that cabin.
It wouldn't be over there.
Oh, it's not?
I don't think so, because it would be Star Trek shit.
Oh.
These is regular villagers that I'm probably gonna kill. Oh, they might have took over. Looks like somebody took over. Oh shit. Check it out, buddy.
I want to check in there for the rookie. He does hang out with me. Hang out with him too, though.
What you doing, dude? You need to try to fight back.
No. Never thought about it.
They gonna come back. It's gonna pop me away. Then they gonna come back while I'm over. You see him?
Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck is it? Oh.
You said it's not Russia. I will say this, I don't see any reason why it would be. So Trump is threatening NATO. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. He's against aid to Ukraine, and as we've seen in the past, he's not afraid of assisting Russia to defeat an opponent. So when Mike Johnson cleared the way for a vote to assist Ukraine, Senator Cleveland posted, attacking Johnson at first in Ukraine assistance, if the assistance went to Taiwan, Israel, or Russia. But mostly for attacking Johnson is something out of his control. Democrats are supporting him. It's under the circumstances, kind of weird.
Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson is the beneficiary of an unprecedented show of support from Democrats. They are crossing the aisle to thwart a possible effort by Republicans marching together range to remove Johnson from the speakership. The Democrats think they have something, piece of Mike Johnson now, or that he's somehow beholden to Democrats to keep protecting him?
We will continue to extend our hand to Mike Johnson and bipartisanship and hope that they will continue to learn a lesson.
Green moves against Johnson. Democrats say, quote, he did not succeed. Green vote why Johnson made.
Okay, so Green. Okay, you know what? Idiot. And the reason
You are an idiot.
opening the living rooms of the crazy MAGA, it's beginning to dawn on them that unlike Trump's first offensive, the seeds of his insanity have grown into these three unpredictable mules. And while Trump isn't saying he's going downhill as I speak, working for Democrats and even Republicans, as you know,
have weaponized law enforcement to arrest their leading political opponent, the legal right around, including This is the same thing. The country is very divided. And we did with Obama, we
won an election that everyone said couldn't be won. We beat Dairy Queen's insanity is on an organic level, like a bacteria that can't be reasoned or negotiated with.
In New York, and the plane that crashed in Pennsylvania, and the so-called plane that crashed into the Pentagon. There's never any evidence showing the plane.
And it frightens a lot of people, but not this guy. Oh, hell, it's going to produce. Is the architect of this chaos, and he is working behind the scenes to grow confusion, unrest, anger, and violence, and then set them free across the U.S. this summer. And who better to put on the front line for this donkey-shaped smoke? Dairy Queen was banned her first years from committee assignments by the majority Democrats, but she didn't care. She didn't go to Washington to learn anything. She's like a case of whooping cough in a daycare center. A real danger. The greatest president in the United States history. Fox News called Dairy Queen an idiot. Fox News called me an idiot. If you ask me, they were kind. Because the depth of her stupid defy words so much, I think there's only one way to describe it. That works for me. What's that? Thank you so much for watching. You know, YouTube frequently penalizes my videos for taking on controversial subjects, hurting our ability to earn ad revenue, which we use to hire more hosts and make more videos. You think it's so important to make these videos now and expose the Republican cult. So please join us on Patreon. The link is in the comments. We literally can't make these without you. Thank you so much. For Real American Media, all of a sudden this guy is like, I think he's crazy. I'm too frank. The truth is that there's no case. They have no case. If it's necessary, right now, I don't know if you heard about today. Today it's incredible. People are saying, the experts, I'm talking about legal scholars and experts, they're saying, what kind of a case is this? There is no case. The judge on the side. In order to limit what Trump can say and expand on legal panel if you want to get all what is your sense right now?
I didn't find the Rachel thing or whatever, the Rebel thing, whatever the fuck you say, but I did find the Wookiee. Yeah, the Wookiee, I didn't find that, but I did find the, talk to this person over here, and they gave me that, but I already got it. Talk to that person,
Oh, okay.
Captain, whoever the fuck that name is.
Where the hell's the Wookiee at? That's weird.
I don't know, this is strange. I wonder what's going on right here. It's under construction.
I know. So it's not showing you where it's at. That doesn't make any sense, especially.
No, because it's telling me I hit the track it. It should have tracked it, which is weird. Hey, I'm shooting. I'm over here. This is a village that they created, which is weird because I can get a bed in this village. They got a lot of stuff that you can't interact with. See, this is the village. Too. If I have 5 pumpkins, I could upgrade it.
Where do you find pumpkins?
They're just growing around. Yeah.
Huh.
You can grow some. You only get one at a time. shit up our food here.
Defense lawyers never want defendants charged with crimes opening their mouths on the stand. It can go any way. It can be brought in. You say one thing, extrapolate something else. And here's the big example. The rules of law emphasize what they testify and not the lawyer. So that's the one piece of strategy that is only up to the defendant. So the lawyers decide what witnesses they're calling, they decide the order of the witnesses, they decide what testimony they want to elicit. But this is really a decision that Trump doesn't make. It is very interesting how he was saying that Donald Trump from today. Social media posted that
Your mama.
Michael Cohen on the stand. And when they do that, it should be open bar to door in cross-examination. You know, that is the moment that the Trump defense team has been waiting for. You've got the Democrat backpack, you've got big tech, you've got celebrities writing checks to my opponent. We're supported by millions of Americans, millions of conservatives all across this country that go to our website. It's techcruise.org. They go to techcruise.org. They give $25 or $50 or $100. That's how we stand up to the George Soroses, the Chuck Schumers, and the Mark Zuckerbergs. Is the $25 and $50 at techcruise.org, because we got to fight to defend Texas. If we lose Texas, we lose the whole country. Texas has been on Fox News numerous times back and forth the whole decade. But by claiming they relies on these to fund his campaign, a $10 billion super PAC just disclosed the $15,000 loan to Armenia, the very same platform that hosts the podcast. This episode of Freedom with Ted Cruz is being brought to you by Jobs, Freedom, and Security PAC. But now, with iHeart stepping in to distribute and promote, the reach is going to be that much broader. And I think that's really exciting, because this is always about really equipping our listeners. If you're going to battle the state country, if you're going to take on the cultural Marxists, if you're going to take on the socialists and the people coming at everything that builds America, you need the tools, you need the information, you need to know what's going on. And the vision of this podcast is always, we're going to give you as much of those tools as possible so that you're prepared and you know the inside story. Ted hosts between 3 and 5 podcast shows each and every week, which is a truly astonishing time frame that we're sitting U.S. Senate. Well,
You don't know if this is your retarded, but I think it's weird for West Africa to do 5 podcasts on it. I'm not wrong. No, that's right. It's very time consuming. I appear on a podcast. It takes time.